Hello. Hi guys. It's funny. I always still get a bit nervous doing these lives when you jump on. You think, oh my goodness, are people going to actually join and want to hear what I have to say, or am I just going to be the goober that's talking in my office at 8 o'clock when I should be in bed? But thank you everyone for joining. Hey Jules. Hey gorgeous. Thank you for joining everybody. Hope your day was wonderful. My day was wonderful. The weather here in Melbourne is the pits. I can feel it in my bones that it's going to be a long, cold winter, and I'm not okay with this. I'm really struggling. But we made some gorgeous homemade recipes today. We did some bread, my daughter and I, because it's school holidays, and we did that in amongst doing work and some business calls and some strategy planning. So it was a good day. So I hope you guys had a beautiful day as well. Look, I'm going to jump straight in tonight to continue on from the conversation. This is about essential oil education, these lives, and what I want to be able to do is help to explain not only how to talk about essential oils, but also to help, empower those who might not have used essential oils before to learn a little bit more about what they do, how I use them in my home and in my lives, or life rather, and how I support my family's lives as well. So just as a bit of a recap, last night I introduced my essential oil starter kit. This was my personal recommendation for, look, if anyone was going to start with essential oils for the first time, if they wanted to kickstart their natural living journey, this is the kit that I would always recommend. And the kit is lemon and lavender essential oil. We've got Easy Air and On Guard essential oil blends, tea tree, peppermint, balance, and the On Guard cleaner concentrate. So I've put them up on my shelf. And last night I spoke about lemon and lavender. And tonight I'm going to talk about these powerhouse essential oil blends, this incredible duo that is just going to blow your mind. If you haven't experienced these oils before, what you'll learn tonight will hopefully blow your mind, because it sure did mine when I was learning all about them. So these oils are incredibly versatile. This entire kit is incredibly versatile, and that's why I think it's so exceptional to kickstart any natural journey with these particular products, because you can look for physical support. You're going to be dealing with cleaning, laundry, bathroom, skincare, kids' needs, pets, baking, cooking. That's where you can use these essential oils. But where you can also use them is for the emotional support, and I'm talking about sleep support, motivation and mindset, which is really challenging in this day and age when life is just so hectic. Kids' habits and routines is a big one, which I really love for essential oils. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of uses with this particular kit. So it's serious bang for your buck, let's be frank. So last night I spoke about lemon and lavender, and tonight I'm going to be talking about these incredible essential oils. And first off, I'm going to talk about Easy Air. Now, this is doTERRA's proprietary blend, and it contains laurel leaf, eucalyptus leaf, peppermint, melaleuca leaf, lemon peel cardamom, ravensara and ravensara leaf essential oils. For anyone who hasn't smelt this before, it's really minty and fresh, but also really, really punchy. I'm going to be naughty and I'm going to do a bit of a comparison against a brand that you might be familiar with. This smells like Vicks, but better, and obviously clean and non-toxic. What I want to do is share a little bit about what proprietary blends mean. What this is a synergistic blend of a whole bunch of different essential oils that I've just spoken to that give, a specific use or function. What you'll notice is that some of our essential oils are listed with the TGA, or the Therapeutic Goods Administration. And what that means is that we can make particular claim states against these products. What you'll find is that with any proprietary blend, any specific blend that doTERRA have created together, won't be listed with the TGA. And there's a specific reason for that. They don't want to share the recipe, the particular, concoction of sorts, because that is going to ruin the blend. We don't want anyone to know that. But what it also means is that the essential oils within the particular blend, you won't be able to make those particular claim states against that because it's part of the blend. So for example, what I mean by this is eucalyptus is in Easy Air. Now eucalyptus has some extraordinary claim states that we can make against that particular essential oil, and yet when you are talking about the blend, you have to be careful because you're not able to make those claim states against the blend like you would do the single oil. So there is lemon peel in the Easy Air blend, but I can't speak to lemon like I did last night because last night I was talking about the lemon essential oil on its own, and this is in a blend. So any blends you find with doTERRA are proprietary listed and they won't be listed with the TGA, but we do have a lot of single blends, single oils that will be listed with the TGA or the ARTG. So this is my number one oil for the kids' bedroom to support them in getting to sleep, in staying asleep, as well as maintaining a healthy home. And the reason for that, now any mamas out there, especially as this weather is starting to turn, any mamas out there that are finding that the kids are starting to get a bit of that cough, even that cold cough that happens at night that just seems to be lingering, it's so pesty because it just won't go away, this will be your best friend. The reason for that, it has eucalyptus in it. What I can say about eucalyptus, it is extremely high in the constituent 1-8 cineol. Now, it's a funny little word, and it's a really confusing word. It also has cardamom in it, which is also rich in 1-8 cineol. What cineol does is supports clear breathing by opening up the airways. What it also does is it helps to circuit break any pesky breathing difficulties or anyone that might suffer from afflictions that might make them more predisposed to coughs and colds in the winter months. Again, I'm being very, very careful with how I speak about this tonight. But in a nutshell, Easy Air is going to help to support the air around you. It's going to help to clear the airways so that you can breathe easier. And it's going to help to also calm as well with the Ravensara in this blend so that you're going to get a better night's sleep. So this is a gorgeous essential oil to diffuse. But as you've probably got an inkling of, it's also very, very similar to another product, right? The Vicks. And when you think of Vicks, which is based at petroleum, that's something that we don't want to be topically applying or breathing in for our kids or for ourselves. So these are the DIYs that you can be doing. You can be combining it with fractionated coconut oil and topically applying to your chest. You could be diffusing. You could be popping a few drops in the palm of your hand and breathing deeper. You can topically apply it combined with always a carrier oil, especially with the younger kids, near their airways. Don't topically apply to their face because they'll complain that it's spicy and it's getting in their eyes and they'll carry on. We've all been there, right? So apply it more towards the neck, but also help to support their breathing on their chest. Now, anyone who was playing along last night on this live would have heard me talk about topically applying essential oils to the soles of your feet. It's a really quick way to help the kiddos, especially those kiddos that complain that something's all up in their eyes and they can smell it and it feels irritating for them. It's going to get into their bloodstream and support clear breathing and relax and calm their farms at the same time. So Easy Air is exceptional. What I also like to consider Easy Air for is, I use the analogy that Easy Air is like a roller coaster. So if you imagine you're on a roller coaster, and look, just stay with me for a second because usually my analogies are awful, so I'm hoping that this one makes sense. But picture you're on a roller coaster and you're going up and down with the seasons. And in the summer months, when the weather is warmer, you tend to play outside a little bit more. You tend to have some later nights. They're warmer nights, so you can be a bit restless in bed because it's a little bit warmer. You don't need to have that doona on. Easy Air plays into that season because it's got that minty aroma, so it's going to help to dispel any kind of bugs or nasties hanging around in the air. It's going to help to cool and comfort the skin. It's also going to, I've got a little friend that's actually about to join me, so I'm going to just quickly hop out, mate. Thank you. Well, there we go. This is what working life looks like when you're a mama and you've tried to put the kids to bed and You got friends coming to visit. Thankfully, my husband went and saved the day. Where was I? So in summer, when you're using Easy Air, the peppermint element, the eucalyptus element, even the lemon element of this blend is going to help to cool down, again, open up breathing and help to support restless legs, restlessness in general when you're feeling warm. But as you're playing on that roller coaster and you come down the bottom end, which is where we're going now, Rach, hang with me. I know it's a really terrible analogy, but hang with me. When you're coming down, and so you're at the ebbs and the flows of this roller coaster, you're heading into the winter months, which we are doing now. That's when the seasonal threats come into play. That's when things start. We pick up bugs. We pick up challenges around in the air. And this is where this guy's going to come in handy. So he really is an all-rounder. And then you've got those middle seasons as well, where your allergies come into play. Now think as well, when I mentioned 1-8 cineol from the eucalyptus and the cardamom in this Easy Air blend, that's going to help to open airways and support any kind of reactions that you might be having to external elements. So in the autumn months and in the spring months, when you tend to be a little bit more itchy-nosed, irritated eyes, this guy's going to be your friend. And I would recommend you actually mix the Easy Air with a little bit of lavender as well and a little bit more lemon. And that's really going to help against those seasonal threats. The last thing I wanted to mention when we're talking about breathing and how we can support clear breathing more so, think about what stress does to the body. As soon as you start to go into that fight or flight mentality, you'll notice that you have a physical response to that emotional state. The shoulders go up, the neck goes down a little bit. Your breathing can also be extremely impacted and becomes quite shallow. And especially if you're quite worried, you can put a lot of strain on that breathing. Now imagine a little person that's not able to maybe cope or have those mechanisms to support themselves through those stressful periods. It could be around anxiety and going back to school next week for us Victorians who have got school going back term 2 next week. It could be yourself going into a big meeting. It could be your husband that's got a huge amount of work going on. Easy Air or any kind of essential oil that's going to help to support clear breathing will also help you to relax. Now the Ravensara and Ravensara in this blend is also going to help you calm and relax as well. So what you can do is add Easy Air to your diffuser blends at night when you're going to sleep and then boost it with some additional relaxation oils. So we talked about lavender last night being extremely rich in linalool and linalool acetate. That really helps to calm and lower cortisol levels. So I recommend you could blend it with some lavender. And if I'm thinking about if you've purchased this kit, the other essential oils that you can pop in that blend is some balance, which I will be talking about either tomorrow night or the next night. I haven't decided yet. So if you're interested to learn about balance, hang around for the lives in the next couple of days. Okay, so look, there are so many different recipes when we're talking about any essential oil, but in particular Easy Air. There are just so many different ways that you can cut that cake, from topical applications to diffuser blends through to really intricate, interesting balms that you can create. If you are interested in looking down that recipe path, you're wanting to start your natural living journey, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to have a one-on-one conversation with you and really delve deeper into what your need states are and how I can support you. I have been working with these little brown bottles for a long time now, and it's my mission to make sure that every single home in Australia has access to these because they are just so darn good. Okay, my next favourite essential oil. In fact, and I'm going to probably get into trouble from corporate for saying this, but I can confidently say that these two essential oils are some of the two most popular and successful essential oil blends in the country. Every single person that purchases essential oils through doTERRA have these essential oils in their homes for good reason. So On Guard is extraordinary. To me, On Guard and Easy Air are like Prosecco and Camembert cheese. They just go together. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a fan of some cheese and also a glass of bubbles. Right, Rach? Absolutely. So, On Guard is also our proprietary blend. It has wild orange peel. It has clove bud, cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark. So you'll notice that there's same essential oil, 2 different extraction methods in there, which gives a different aromatic profile. Eucalyptus leaf again, which is really high in 1-8 cineol. You guys will know all about 1-8 cineol from now on, as well as rosemary leaf essential oil, which is one of my favourite essential oils. It's a really unique aroma. And there's one thing that I can guarantee. If you didn't like the smell of this, once you find out what it does for you, you're going to love it. And it's going to absolutely change your life. It is the #1 oil for DIY cleaning and laundry recipes. It's also the #1 oil for winter season to tackle your seasonal threats and for your kiddos, and then even man flu, which is obviously really bad for all of those poor husbands out there that catch that. So this is a really good blend to support you through that seasonal threat element. So if you picture that roller coaster, when you're coming into those winter months, this will be your mate. It's also the #1 oil for watery eyes when you're cutting an onion. Let me give you a little tip. If you haven't tried this before, it works. Open up a bottle of On Guard, put it on the chopping board, just like that. You don't need to put a drop down. You don't need to waste it all. Just let the aromatic profile kind of come up into your space. And as you're chopping the onion, the essential oils in here stops the onion, juices, aromas, whatever happens. It stops it happening and you don't get teary, which is, I think, so cool. It's also really cool to see what On Guard does onto an apple. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be talking a lot about skincare and how to support against free radical damage and what antioxidants do to support fighting free radical damage. What's really, really interesting is how On Guard supports the degradation of an apple. So again, if you've got On Guard on hand, do a recipe tomorrow. If you're around with the kiddos, put a drop of On Guard in some water in a bowl, cut up some apple slices and pop it in the bowl. And then what you can do as a little science experiment is just leave the rest of the apple out on the bench for a couple of hours. And then your child will be able to see what happens because of the essential oil and how it protects against. And I shouldn't be saying the word protect, so please scrap that from the record because I will get into trouble. Look, I could talk about this essential oil blend for days and days and days, but in a nutshell, this is going to be the start and end of your essential oil journey. It's going to change your world. In fact, there's actually been a whole range of On Guard products that have been released with doTERRA because it is so damn good. We've got the toothpaste, we've got the beadlets, we have the drops, we've got the mouthwash, we've got the hand sanitizer. What am I missing? The roller, the topical roller as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if they brought out more in the On Guard range as well because it is just so good. Think about the essential oils that you've got in this blend. You've got wild orange, you've got clove, you've got cinnamon. They're notoriously really, really good for oral health. You've got eucalyptus and rosemary, extraordinary for function and focus, but they're also really, really good topically to cleanse and clear and protect. I'm using very compliant words here, but protect bench tops and protect your world against seasonal threats. You getting the picture? Yeah. So imagine putting On Guard and Easy Air in some recipes together and what kind of powerhouse dynamic duo you're going to get there. I love doing my sprays for the kitchen using On Guard because it just means I know it's clean. I love using On Guard in the laundry because of, again, the 1-8 cineol in the blend, but also there's clove and wild orange, which are really, really good against, they're really good at supporting freshness and vibrancy in your clothing and helping to dispel any bad things that might be hanging around in your washing machine. If you've got any questions on what that sentence meant, reach out to me and I'll talk to you offline, because I'm struggling at being compliant these days. Goodness, Will Holtman will have my guts for garters when he hears that I'm speaking so uncompliantly here. But look, On Guard is going to be your mate that's going to clean your home. It's going to make things super clean. Thanks, Rachel. See, this is why I need my mates on these calls so they can help me, because otherwise I ramble and I make up Jessisms, which don't work in this world. I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story just to wrap things up for this evening. I was talking to my husband the other night, and our kids are 6 and 3. And we realised that I've been with doTERRA from a corporate perspective and now as a wellness advocate as well for 5 years. And so my daughter was a little over 1 when we started our natural living journey. And our son has been completely raised in this way of living. And it's been a cost-effective way to live. In fact, we've saved an absolute boat ton of money. It's a healthier and more exciting way to live. It's going back to the basics, which we've found has been so rewarding for us and the kids to be able to make DIYs together and be in the kitchen and have those gorgeous memories that I'm hoping they'll look back on fondly when they grow up, just like I had when I was a kid with my mum baking in the kitchen. But what's really cool for us is that we haven't had to go to the pharmacy once in the last 5 years. And no word of a lie, I put it down to our choices that we're making in our home to live a little bit more natural, that is supporting our family. Now, whether or not it's giving them positivity, we know that essential oils increase mood. We know that they help to support positivity and a positive outlook in life. We know that the essential oils, the constituents in some essential oils are going to help to clean and sanitize and going to rid homes of anything nasty. But the fact that we haven't had to put our hands in our pockets to help our kids get better because we've got these essential oils on hand has been extraordinary. And if I can leave you with anything tonight, for anyone that's thinking about going on this journey, well, you're in the right place, because I'm going to be talking about natural living and healthy choices until the day I die, which I'm hoping is in a really, 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 really touchwood long time. I'm so incredibly passionate about this, and I'm really, truly believe that every single home needs to have these toolkits in their lives so that they can make better, healthier choices. So again, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about the essential oils and how they can support you in your homes, please reach out to me. There's a million different ways that we can support in our homes and in our lives. And the other thing I wanted to quickly mention as well is that I'm launching a Business 101 powerhouse class as well, because I want to be able to help others to learn how to communicate about essential oils with their communities as well. Because my audience at the moment is a little bit mixed. I have new customers that are joining me on this journey, but I also have a lot of existing wellness advocates that are starting their journey with natural living as well. So I'm going to put that out there as well and be bold and say, if you want to learn from me how to communicate with essential oils, how to be an expert in these little brown bottles, and if I can give you any tips and tricks along the way, I'm actually offering that one-on-one business coaching service as well. So reach out if you're interested. We can have a chat, no obligation, of course, and we'll see where this road takes us all. Please join me again tomorrow night. I've promised I'll be here every night at 8 o'clock to ramble on for about 10-15 minutes about essential oils. So tomorrow night I'll be talking more about this kit, and have a beautiful evening, everybody. See ya.